Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. In this episode, I'm gonna do an unboxing of Rising Sun by Eric Lang, published by Cool Mini or Not. And this is a competitive game with lots of cool miniatures in a big box. So let's open it up, see what's inside. Okay, so let's have a look at the Rising Sun box by Cool Mini or Not, designed by Eric M. Lang. And as you can see, artwork by Adrian Smith. And of course the theme is very Eastern, Rising Sun of course. So here's the board and the miniatures, everything that's in the box. There's a component list here. It's a game for 3 to 5 players, ages 14 and up, in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that's a pretty hefty game. And some blurb here, some text. Let's open up the box. Okay, there we go. First of all, as always, the rule book with a table of content and introduction, the game's components, all the miniatures and the tokens here, the board explained, other stuff you get, the clan screens, the setup of the game, playing the seasonal setup, there's a tea ceremony, political phase. So lots to read, but nicely illustrated. So that's about 26 pages of rules and other stuff. So, but there is a rules summary at the back, which is always good to have. All right. First of all, here is a plastic insert, and it seems it's a double insert. Oh, there's a lid covering up the minis. Let me see, did they tape that shut? I think they did, so let's grab my knife. See if I can spot any more tape. Yep, over there. Okay, there we go. So the top of the lid has these cards and these tokens, which I assume are used to keep track, I suppose. So that's in the top, and of course inside are these nice looking miniatures. So let's have a closer look. We've got some of these guys. Very detailed. And there's 3 of those in this insert, and 3 of these guys as well. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. Got all kinds of stuff on their armor. They've got weapons, a backpack. So very detailed. I'm really liking these. Here is what looks to be a warlord. Also very detailed. A lot of stuff going on these models. And there are 3 of these bigger dudes, or at least they've got an extra person sitting on their shoulders on this throne that they're carrying around. Pretty cool. So 3 of those as well. That's the first set of minis. This just came off, but clips on very easily. Shall we have a quick look at these cards then? Let me just open that up. All right. So, nice Asian symbols, calligraphy, righteousness, and the path of the lion, wave the shogun, Oni of skulls. So, I have no idea what they do yet. I haven't played the game yet, obviously. But the art is very basic, like calligraphy, you know, the symbols and just black and white, like you would see on these ancient Eastern drawings. So that's pretty cool. It's very much in theme. And just the monsters that have actual miniatures have art by Adrian Smith on it. So that's nice too. There you go. All right, look at that. That's just gorgeous artwork. All right, so those are the cards, and on the back they have the season. So they've got autumn in red, they've got summer in yellow, there's spring in green, and wondering if there's a winter as well, but not in this deck, at least. So there might be more cards, I'm not sure. So let's open up this smaller box first, if I can get it out. There we go. All right. Some of these seem to have flown around a bit. All right, so let's just take one out here. See if I can put these back the way they belong, hopefully. But here in light blue, there's this guy with the wavy hair and a spear and a nice dynamic pose. Also plenty of detail. So there's 3 of those. Then there's 3 of these bird creatures with a white base. Lots of feathers. Look at all the detail on those feathers. That's pretty cool. Wow, that is impressive. So we've got 3 of those in here, and there's, just like with the first clan we saw, 3 of these, well, warriors probably, I'm not sure. Another running guy, he's got big fangs. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me try if I can focus on that, but I think it's perhaps a little bit too light, but maybe you can see that the guy has fangs. And he's running with swords. Okay, and here's the warlord boss guy with a black base. Also with the big fangs, wielding 2 swords. He's got this thing with the heads mounted on his back. Lots and lots and lots of stuff going on here as well, lots of detail. So painting these will be challenging. You'll have to look up what everything is that they're wearing. And here is another clan in red. 3 of these characters. All right, 3 of these ladies here with a bow. Awesome. Big quiver on their back. Very cool. I really like the style, the art style of this game. And it carried over extremely well in these miniatures, so hats off to the sculptor or sculptors for this game, because that is just amazing. really cool. I've seen pictures, but you know, actually holding these in your hand, that's quite a difference. Look at that. Very cool. Yep. All right, so that's 2 more clans, and on the bottom, and this fortunately has no tape, there's another 2 clans. So let's go through these pink guys, girls. So here's this girl with a mask over her mouth and this big bladed staff. So that's 3 of those, and then 3 of these, and this is also kind of like a ninja with this triple bladed spear. So you have 3 of these. 3 of these with the white bases, and they have this basket over their heads, playing the flute, and also having a sword on their side and a backpack. So, yep, 3 of these, and then their leader, which also has this ornament on the back, which makes them stick out, easy to spot, and also the black base, of course. Also wielding a spear. And I suppose that these will look very, very colorful when painted according to the artwork in the provided in the game. So the yellow clan, here's this guard. He looks rather basic compared to the other ones, because those were with the one, especially the one with the Tengu. I like that one in blue. They had lots of stuff going on and very exotic and fantasy-like. So this is, you know, the equivalent of the regular human clan, I suppose. Although maybe most of them are. There's just a couple of creatures in here that are different, like from Eastern mythology, like the Oni and the Tengu and stuff like that, and many of the monsters, of course. So here's this guy. 3 of those with the white bases, and their leader with the black base, who has this big robe, I should say, and very nice looking with the sword and everything. He's got something hanging over his shoulder, some ornament as well with a mask. It's a bit hard to spot because it's, you know, yellow is a very light color, but I think you can kind of see. And well, again, these have a lot of detail. So, okay, that's those. That's 5 clans in total we've seen now. So I suppose the next tray over here will have the monsters. So let's just put this to the side for now and open up this box, which is a lot taller. And indeed, it has big miniatures. First of all, underneath we have these big colored bases that you can clip onto these. So perhaps this works kind of like in Blood Rage, where you can recruit these to fight for you, and then you clip on your clan's color underneath their bases, indicating that you are controlling them. And we have a bag of plastic, cool looking coins, which is always nice, a lot better than just punchboard, cardboard coins. So I like that. All right, let's have a look at these. That is just amazing. Now, apologies for not knowing these names. Haven't played the game yet, but I'll show them anyway. So here's a very, very large, tall kind of dude with a flaming, yeah, what'd you call something like this? This like an axe, sort of. It's a little bent, but nothing a bit of hot water won't fix. I love the robes, very long, billowing robes here. And it looks like he's got flames over his shoulders as well. He's got bony fingers. So maybe he's like the Eastern mythological equivalent to death. All the skulls over his head. So it certainly seems that way. Could be wrong, of course. So here's these big guys. I think these big guys are Oni. So I hope I'm correct. And they really are giants. They're huge. Just for comparison, I'll just grab one of these. So as you can see, they're at least twice as tall as the regular humanoid heroes. So that is very good. So much detail. I just, wow, I'm amazed by the detail. Just looking at, for example, the armor and all the little detail you can see in there. This is woven armor, like, I don't know, like maybe leather or something. But there's just so much going on. The scales here and the skins of whatever they're wearing. They've got little faces on their knees even. I'm just, wow, I'm looking at these and discover he's got 4 arms. See that? More of that wicker kind of armor on his shoulder. Long hair, horns, and the face is just really, really detailed. That is just a fantastic model. And here's some dog-like creature. Or maybe it's one of those lions. I'm not sure if they call them a lion or not. Doesn't really look like a lion to me, but well, you know. I do love the detail. The fur, these, whatever they are, that's hanging around his neck. That's just pretty cool. He's even got detail in his fur or skin. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, another Oni. A big fat one. He looks like an ogre. He's got like heads of people he slaughtered and their bodies hanging here, you know, getting ready for a barbecue. Got them on his pole that he's got slung over his neck, casually dragging these guys. And in his other hand, he's got this big, huge sickle, long hair, and his fur vest that he's wearing. Very impressive looking Oni. All right, on to the next one. This is also a very interesting one. He looks very demon-like with his evil looking face on 2 heads used as earrings or something. And he's got this big bead necklace around his neck, big belly. He's got stuff going on his skin. I'm not sure what that is, but you know, stuff that he's just sewn into his skin, along with this chain of heads. He's got these 2 ball weapons. These sort of clubs. Lots of muscle. That's also a very scary looking, gigantic Oni. So yeah, Awesome. Here's another one, and this one has a huge spear, and this is positively the heaviest one, I think, of all of them. Lots of stuff going on there. He's got like this boar-like face with a pig snout. He's got lots of skulls in his head ornament and around his neck. He's conjuring a fireball, and he's wielding this big trident spear. And he's actually standing on one leg, kind of like dancing. And he's got more skulls on his belt and on his knees. And it looks like these are like, I don't know, is that hair or those flames? Maybe both. And lots and lots of hair going on here. And his billowing cape, clothes. So that's pretty cool. Very nice looking model. All right, now here is one of these scary monsters. This is like something that crawled out of the pit from the ring, like with the hair hanging over the face. Only this is a lot taller and has a lot more of these creepy, whatever they are, with tentacle faces slithering around, and you can see it's got this cape, and it kind of wraps around whatever's going on underneath there. That's pretty cool. Stuff slithering out. A very tall and very nightmarish looking creature that is. Spooky. And finally, the dragon. And that is just amazing. That is just a very, very cool looking Asian type dragon. Like a snake dragon that's flying around in the sky. And he's got a nice base too. There's like flames here. There's this strange orb that he's twisting around. Is that a Dragon Ball? But as you can see, the scales and his skin, it's a lot of detail. And these spikes everywhere, his whiskers, big horns. So yep, those are all the monsters that come in the game. So what else do we have? Lastly, we got the board, and it's shrink wrapped together with lots of tokens. So let's cut that open. Let me see if I can carefully find a way in here. There we go. All right. Oh, better keep it that way. These are the player screens. So let's start with those then. So we've got 5 of these, one for each clan, with nice illustrations on them. We've got the koi clan, the koi fish over here. So it tells you what it can do. So each clan is apparently different. It's an asymmetrical game. And on the other side, that's where you start. It's just basically a player aid, and you can fold that on these edges and place it in front of you. So that's the koi clan. There's the dragonfly clan with the tengu here. So you can see what I meant, like there's so much going on with all the color and all this stuff. So painting these will be very challenging. I mean, look at that. Here's the fangs. So that is really, really cool. And there's the Lotus clan. Here's the guy with the wicker basket over his head. And their warlord. And here is the girl with the mask. So yep, that's the Lotus Clan. There's the Turtle Clan. The guy with the little guy on his shoulders. I really like that one. Here's their warlord and this creepy looking gray dude with the heads in his hand. Very colorful clothing. So that's the Turtle Clan. And lastly, the Bonsai Clan. So that's the clan that I said looks more or less regular human-like. So those are the 5-player screens, and then we have this punch board with these tokens here, tokens over there. There's 3 of these boards that have war advantages, betrayal tokens. They're all double-sided, and it looks like the backs of these are the same. So maybe these are, drawn randomly or something. But nice and thick enough cardboard like we're used to with Cool Mini or Not, so that's very well made. And here we have these tiles, more of those and these war advantages, but we also have these, which look like, well, I'm not sure. They're not the monsters, because these are different. So, well, I have no idea what they are yet. But more very, very nice illustrations. And these tokens here, we've got these yin-yang symbols, these castle symbols, I'll flip it around, in different colors. These turtle castle symbols, and these tokens with a 1, 2, and 3 number on them, and these smaller 6-sided tokens. Alright, so that's 3 punch boards, and then finally the playing board. And let me see, that is a pretty large one, because it's folded in 6, so I have to flip it around. So there we go. And it's really, really big. I mean, it just barely fits my frame. So that is already very big. And I've seen people that have ordered the vinyl playmat for this, and that's even bigger. So that's gonna cover your table, I suppose, because this is already pretty big in my opinion. But with all these minis, these are gonna fill up with miniatures pretty fast. But since like Blood Rage is 2/3 of this, it's a board which is folded in 4, and it's a square board, and that has a lot of miniatures as well. I'm pretty sure people can manage with this, so it should be big enough. There's spaces for cards and tokens here as well that we saw on the punch boards, and over there as well. You've got your scoring track here, and on these lands, that's where the miniatures will be placed. So that's everything that's in the box of Rising Sun. Thanks for watching. That's all, folks. And that was Rising Sun by Cool Mini or Not. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and see you next time on Board Game Heaven.